Arizona, there was a jewelry store. The owner brought in a batch of emerald pieces, tried every sales trick in the book. Nothing worked. One day, he had to step out and left a note for the clerk. Cut the price in half. The clerk misread it as double the price. And guess what? The entire batch sold out. You've probably seen stuff like this before. The more expensive something is, the faster it sells. Some people say, people are just dumb with too much money. Others call it an IQ tax. But today, I want to tell you something different. Sometimes, the higher the price, the more valuable it feels. In this video, we're going to use 3 everyday examples to peel back the logic behind why expensive things sell so well. And when we're done, you'll realize it's not that you're stupid. It's that businesses understand you really well. First phenomenon, why luxury brands dare to charge insane prices. Same type of handbag. A regular brand sells it for $500. Hermès sells it for $50,000. What's the difference? Materials? Craftsmanship? A little, but that's not the core reason. Economists call this the Veblen effect. For certain products, when the price goes down, demand drops. When the price goes up, demand increases. Why? Because the core function isn't utility, it's status. When you buy a Hermès bag, you're not buying a container to hold your stuff. You're buying the label that says, I can afford Hermès. When you post that orange box on Instagram, you're not saying, I bought a bag. You're saying, I belong to this level. The higher the price, the higher the barrier to entry, the rarer the identity. Psychology calls this signaling theory. People use consumption to communicate things they can't just say out loud. Your car, your watch, your bag. They silently answer the question, who are you? Where do you stand? Luxury brands can't discount too much, because once everyone can afford it, it loses its power to separate classes. Second phenomenon, why restaurants put crazy expensive items on the menu. You go to a high-end restaurant, there's a $600 tasting menu, and a $150 tasting menu. Chances are, you'll pick the $150 one, because next to $600, $150 feels reasonable. But have you ever thought about what the $600 option is really there for? It's not meant to sell. It's meant to make $150 look like a great deal. That's called the anchoring effect. Your brain locks onto the first number it sees. $600 becomes the anchor. $150 suddenly feels cheap. Car dealerships do this too. They show you the fully loaded $80,000 model first. Then they walk you over to the $50,000 version. And you think, wow, $50,000? That's not bad. The $80,000 was never the real target. It was the anchor. Humans don't judge prices absolutely. We judge them relatively. You might not know what something is worth, but you know it's cheaper than that other thing. And that's enough. Third phenomenon, why live stream sellers always show the original price first. You're scrolling TikTok. A host holds up a skincare product. Retail price $99. But today, not $99. Not even $69. Just $29. Suddenly, $29 feels like a steal. But ask yourself, was it ever really $99? Maybe it was never sold at that price. That number exists just to make $29 feel like a bargain. This is reference price manipulation. Behavioral economists have tested this. If you show, was $1,000, now $500, it sells far better than simply labeling it $500. Because in the first case, you feel like you saved $500. In the second case, you just spent $500. Humans aren't rational calculators. We're comparison-driven creatures. So what's the common thread? Luxury pricing sells identity signals. Overpriced menu items sell comparison advantage. Livestream discounts sell reference price illusions. They're all doing the same thing, shaping your perception of value. Price isn't just a number. The psychological warfare between you and the seller. You think you're calmly evaluating value, but your judgment was carefully engineered. Here's the harsh truth economists found. Most people have no idea what something is supposed to cost. Is a bottle of water worth $1 or $10? Is a watch worth $500 or $50,000? Is a phone worth $800 or $8,000? Without comparison, you freeze. And because you don't know, businesses get to tell you. So what can regular people do? You don't have to stop buying things, but try these 3 strategies. First, remove the anchor. When you see, was $99, now $29, mentally erase the $99. Ask yourself, if I never saw that original price, would I still pay $29? If yes, buy it. If not, walk away. Don't let the anchor drag you. Second, separate function price from signal price. Before buying, ask, am I paying for function or for signaling? Take a winter jacket. Warmth is function. The logo is signal. How much are you willing to pay for each? Once you split them apart, you'll see whether you're buying value or buying image. Third, remember this line: expensive doesn't always mean good, but truly good is rarely cheap. This doesn't mean you should only buy expensive things. It means understand that price correlates more with perception than with quality. Truly valuable things don't rely on fake anchors to prove themselves. Warren Buffett once said, "Price is what you pay, value is what you get." Every dollar you spend on something expensive might be buying quality, might be buying status, or might be buying illusion. The key is knowing which one you're choosing. That's it for today. I'm Atong. Next time we'll talk about the difference between investing and speculating.